Today is a very auspicious day, Dipavali. Means when after 14 years of exile in the forest and after killing Ramchandra with Sita and also other associates, Lakshman, they are coming back to Ayodhya. And the residents, they put lights everywhere, ghee lamps, candles like this to receive him. That is devotional practice. Nowadays you will see in India, Dipavali, it means festival of light. Vali means like a row of lights. But that time there were ghee lamps and candles. Nowadays in India, especially in big cities, you will see they're throwing so many these firecrackers and rockets and all these things. You cannot go out. If you are in Delhi or Calcutta or Chandigarh, you cannot go out. So much they will throw, it is very dangerous and all smoke is there. You cannot see anything. So nowadays, but originally is with this lights to receive, that is devotion, and also it is the victory of light over darkness, good over evil. That verse is there in Upanishad. Please take me from darkness to light, from ignorance to knowledge, and from mortality to immortality. So that is the point. What is ignorance? We read in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Ignorance means these four pursuits of human life, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. This is darkness of ignorance. Or cheating, hypocrisy. Because Jiva is eternal servant of Krishna. Her ultimate target is service of Krishna. So you will find in Chaitanya Charitamrita that verse that out of compassion for all living entities in this world, Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they have simultaneously arisen on the east in Gaura, means Bengal, like sun and moon together to dissipate this darkness and ignite devotion in the heart of all jivas by giving them sadhu sangha and bhagavatam. Two bhagavats, one is granta bhagavat, another is bhakta bhagavat. So by these two we can get devotion. That is their compassion. Also you will find in 11th canto, Uddhava is telling to Supreme Lord, you are Acharjo, you are removing darkness of ignorance by enlightening from within as Chaitya Guru, Paramatma, and also from without as Mahanta Guru. And we are saying Agyana Timirandasya. Agyana means ignorance. Timiran Andha. Andha means darkness. But Gurudev, with that ointment of knowledge, he will open our eyes. So from ignorance to knowledge. And also Krishna says in Gita that Jnana Dipena, those who are worshipping me with the torch of knowledge, or deep light of knowledge, I remove all that ignorance, and they can come to me. So this is this festival Dipavali. We have to take absolute shelter of Guru and Supreme Lord, Gaur Nityananda, Krishna Gurudev. Then our heart may get enlightened by their mercy. Darkness will be removed, and all the problems created by darkness are also automatically removed when light comes. Also, the Shri of Kairava Chandrika, Harinam Sankirtan, will bring that light of moon, which is soothing to our heart. Devotion will be awakened. So devotion is ultimate light or knowledge, and it can make you immortal. Already we are immortal as Atma, but we are now in ignorance. By the grace of Supreme Lord, we can realize our immortal real self, eternal self. So on today's day, there are other Dipavalis also, Festival of Lights in Shastra, but most prominently this one is stated when Ramachandra comes back. And we are, so I'm going down to Hanuman, Lakshman, and Sita Devi and Ramachandra and other associates. They are coming back to Ayodhya after winning over evil. And we are hearing Upadesamrita as part of KARTIK VRATA. Yesterday we heard first verse and commentary to it by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Today we will hear commentary by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur. First, as Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he's giving some song. Krishna Tara Kotha Vak Vega Tar Nam Kamer Atripte Krodha Vek Manodham. Talk unrelated to Krishna is known as the urge to speak, means Vachovek. Anything else you speak except about Krishna or related to his service, that is all this urge to speak, which is detrimental. The urges of anger and the mind arise from unfulfilled desires. Svadu bhojon shil jihva vek das atirikta bhokta jai udarete ash. Those who eat very palatable foods are slaves to the urge of the tongue, and those who eat too much follow the urge of the belly. Yoshiter britya streina kamer kinkor upasta veger boshe kandarpa tatpor. Those who are servants of woman and hand-pecked are slaves of lust, and those who are controlled by the urge of the genitals are captivated by Cupid. This Kandarpa. Hand-pecked means like under the control of wife, like this example is Uttanpat, father of Dhruva. He had two queens, Suruchi and Suniti, but he was under the control of Suruchi, so he was hand-pecked. That is the meaning. You will also find in description of 4 regulative principles, means sins which are obstacles to devotion, like meat eating, fish, eggs, onion, garlic, all this. Then one is intoxication, all kinds. Then one is gambling. There also it comes dishonest means of earning livelihood. Not only gambling, but this also, Prabhupada, he explained. And illicit sex connection is like having sexual relations outside of marriage. But it is also there stated, even being too much attached to one's own wife is also illicit, means is also this striyam. Panam, dyutam, striyam, another one is striyam. So this we have to be careful for devotional progress. Choi bek jar boshe sadarai, sona, no, suna, pana, dyuta, striya. Yes, in Bhagavatam, when Parikit Maharaj came and he saw Kali Maharaj. He was beating bull and cow. Kali Maharaj. Then he subdued him. Then Kali Maharaj requested for 4 places. Then these 4 are given to him. Kali Maharaj. And at that time there were no such sins going on in society. That is why he said, I have no place to go. You give me another place. Then Parikit Maharaj said, okay, then where there is accumulation of wealth. Something is what you need for your livelihood, that is okay, that is necessity. But excessive, like desire to accumulate a lot of wealth, that is also place of Kali Maharaj. So if someone is attached to this, he also cannot do devotion. So one who will have this desire to accumulate a lot of money and a lot of money, automatically, if he is not a devotee, by using it for the service of Krishna, he will eventually be engaged in all these 4. All these 4 are inside this one. Nowadays you can see it is all about money. Secretly they are doing so many things, but ultimate target is money, to accumulate more and more money, and they're doing all kinds of sins. Not only killing animals, killing humans indiscriminately for the sake of the thing, and taking drugs, cocaine, all this. So now Kali Yuga, this is spread. Choi big jar boshe sadarai, said John, Goswami kore priti vijay. Those who always keep these 6 urges under their control are Goswamis. They conquer the world. Goswami means one who has control over the senses. Goswami. It is not like a surname. Now there are some, their surname is Goswami. You are born in such family, so you are Goswami. But you are not Goswami. They are drinking alcohol, doing all kinds of sin. How they are Goswami? Goswami means one who controlled all these 6 urges. In what way? It will be explained now. Daya nidhi gaura hari, kali jibe daya kari. শিখাস্তকে শিখাইল ধর্ম তাহার শ্রীমুখ হতে ইয়া শিখিল ভালো মতে প্রভুরূপ জানি সেই মর্ম জীবের কল্যাণ খানি প্রেম রত্ন মহামণি গ্রন্থরত্ন সরলে লিখিল গৌর ভক্ত কান্তহার উপদেশামৃত সার রূপনুগে Rupa nije dilo. Being merciful to the souls in the age of Kali. You have to understand that Kali and Kali are different things. Sometimes you will find misspelling in some books, like Kali Yuga with long A. It is not correct. Kali as H has short A, and in Bengali you will say Kali. Kali in short. But Kali is that goddess. So you cannot say Kali Yuga with a long A. So you have to be careful. Kali means quarrel, hypocrisy, these things. Being merciful to the souls in the age of Kali, the ocean of mercy, Sri Gaura Hari, taught Dharma in his 8 verses of instruction known as the Shikshastakam. Sri Rupa Prabhu, means Rupa Goswami, who learned this perfectly from the divine mouth of the Lord and understood its purport, wrote a simple jewel-like book explaining it, which is a mine of good fortune for the soul and the greatest of gems, a jewel of divine love. He personally gave his followers this necklace meant to be worn by all devotees of Sri Gaura, known as the Upadesamrita, which is the essence of all nectarian instructions. So Mahaprabhu taught Shikastaka. Rupa Goswami realized that, and then he wrote in his own words the point of Mahaprabhu in this Upadesamrita. And that is why you will see most Gauriya Vaishnavas, not only in Gauriya Math, outside also I saw, those who are having faith and they get initiation, they will have to go through this Shikastaka and Upadesamrita, because it is meant for practitioners. Our Gurudev told everything depends upon practice. You will get result by practicing the teaching of Mahaprabhu, not by only hearing and philosophizing and this speculating. No. You have to practically engage yourself in the service of Krishna, and here it is shown how you have to do that. কাল্পনিক নাব্যা মতো নাম বা করিব কত ভক্তি পথে যারে বলে ভেল মায়াবাদী কৃষ্ণ ত্যাজি মুখে শুধু গোরা ভজি ভোগের বিলসে বিন্দিশেল ক্লেশ পায় অবিরাতা জড় কামে হয় হত উপদেশামৃতে মনে জাম শ্রাদ্ধা করি পথ করি লব করে গৌরা হরি জানে রূপপাত বিনা ভ্রম. How many imaginary new conceptions which are known to be counterfeit, means fake, duplicate, like fake, counterfeit, on the path of devotion shall I name. Illusionists, means Mayavadis, reject Krishna. serve Gora merely by mouth, pierce themselves with the spear of selfish enjoyment, and suffer constantly, ruined by material desires. So all these are new conceptions. Mayavadis reject Krishna. Some serve Gaura only by mouth. Yes, Gaura Rami, Gaura Rami. I belong to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but not following his teaching and practice. Then some, they pierce themselves with the spear of selfish enjoyment and suffer constantly, ruined by material desires. They consider the Upadesamrita their death, or here the word is Jamaraj, something everyone is afraid of. Death will come, Yamaraj will come. So I heard from Gurudev personally one time in Delhi. He told me those Sahajiyas, some topic was there. He said those Sahajiyas, they want to attain cheaply and easily, they want to attain Radha Krishna. They are very much afraid of this Upadesamrita. They think it is like Yamaraj. Why? Because in first verses, it is there, this, you have to control these things, but they don't want to control, they want to enjoy and give up certain things. So they are afraid of Upadesamrita. They think Yamaraj or death. By studying it with faith, however, souls attain Gaura Hari and understand Sri Rupa, means Sri Rupa Goswami or Sri Rupa Manjari, free from all misconceptions, if they will study with faith. And the study with faith means also practicing. Rupa Nuga John Pada Lobby Bare Susampot, Rupa Nuga John Priti Tare, Rupa Upadesamrita Sudha Hori Janadrita Ayogyao Samashraya Kore. To attain the divine wealth at the feet of Sri Rupa's followers and to please them, take full shelter, even if you are unqualified, in Sri Rupa's Upadesamrita, which is revered by the Lord's pure devotees. So the divine wealth of Rupa Nugas, if you want to get, then follow this. You take shelter in this Upadesamrita, then you will get what followers of Rupa Goswami have. Even if you are unqualified, everyone is unqualified, but we have to surrender and get the mercy and practice, then you can attain. Gaur Kishore Prabhu Bhakti Vinod Vibhu Shuddha Bhakti Jai Pracharilo Sei Shuddha Bhakti Suchi Bada Jive Jahe Suchi Pai Bar Tare Ektilo Rupanuga Pujya Bar Shri Barsha Banavi Hor Tahar Deita Das Das Rupanuga Seva A Shri Brajapatane Bas Anuvriti Korilo Prakash. To obtain a drop of the pure devotion propagated by Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, pure devotion by which the conditioned souls are purified, this servant of the beloved servant of Sri Vrishabhanu's daughter, Sri Radhika, that is Varshabhanavi, Deita, Das. The supreme object of worship for Sri Rupa's followers, Rupanugas, whose aspiration is the service of Sri Rupa's followers and whose residence is in Sri Brajapatan, has written this sub-commentary known as Anuvriti. Sub-commentary means additional to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's commentary. Brajapatan is original Chaitanya Math, Chandrasekharacharya's house, because there Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed drama of Vrindavan pastimes. There, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was chanting 3 lakhs every day for 10 years. So, that time it was not yet Chaitanya Math when he was writing this commentary. He started writing this commentary, as we will hear later on. It was during the time of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Also, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur initiated few disciples during the time of Bhaktivinoda Thakur and also during the time of Guru Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. Then, after in 1918, then he started more extensively. So he's telling, I am writing this sub-commentary or following the commentary of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur with this desire to get the service of Sri Rupa Nugas. They are like Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. They are following Rupa Goswami and Rupa Manjari in Krishna Lila. So to get their service, he's writing this commentary. They have some doubts about Guru Parampara. The point is, you ask Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj whether he considers Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur as his Guru. You ask him. Some say, you are not worshipping the Guru of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. We are worshipping, but prominent in his life is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. You ask Gaur Kishore Das Babaji and you will see whether he will agree that Bhaktivinoda Thakur is his Guru or not. Then you say, and you ask Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur whether he considers Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj as his Guru. He will tell you. And you ask Jagannath Das Babaji whether he considers Baladevi Devbhushan his Guru. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur wrote Narottam Ashtaka, praying for his grace and describing in details. You ask Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur whether he considers Narottam Thakur as his Guru. Narottam Thakur wrote about Krishna like this. And they are all in Lila, they are all intimately known to each other. Even in this world, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Narottam Thakur never met physically. But in Krishna Lila, they are intimately connected, our Gurudev told. In their realized state or their realized form, their Siddhadev and their Sarup in Krishna Lila, they are intimately connected. So those who have that type of realization, they can see how they are connected. Only with mundane observation, you cannot understand. And you will have many lines which, according to external observation, they are unbroken lines. He got mantra from him, he got from him, but there is no spiritual current. Why? Because that is not enough. One has to dedicate himself fully for the service of Krishna and get realization. Then that devotion will be there. And he can pass it to his disciples like this. But if that is not there, then there is no life there. Although outwardly looking like unbroken. But here, some are seeing it is broken by their materialized, but spiritual current is there. So what is, how this is possible? And what is important? Spiritual current Actual devotion is what is important. Prahlad Maharaj said to Hiranyakashipu, I did not get devotion from Sanda and Tamarka. How I can get? They are engrossed in material enjoyment. How I can get from them? Even from myself I did not get, and by the combined effort of all of us and other conditioned souls, no one can get a drop of devotion. I got it from Narad, because he has. He can awake or he can give. So that is important thing, not external observation. Like this light is working now. I put on the switch, it is, light comes. I may not know how wires are connected within, because I'm not expert in that electricity and how all this is there, but I can see the current is there. So it means the wires are somehow connected. Maybe I cannot understand, but they're connected to the powerhouse. That is why light is working. So if you see spiritual current in Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur and in his followers, directly you see that pure devotion and realization of their eternal service of Radha Krishna, then wires must be somehow connected. We may not understand by material vision how, but they must be, because light is there, bulb is working. So in this way we have to, and when we will do bhajan sincerely under the guidance of Rupa Nugas, then in our purified heart we can realize this pranali, this line, we can realize. Within immersion in the material world, three types of urges are seen. The urge of speech, the urge of the mind, and the urge of the body. When the soul falls into the hands of these three urges, the soul cannot attain the highest good. Therefore, the soul who can tolerate these urges, instead of becoming controlled by worldly objects, is capable of conquering the world. The urge of speech refers to the scriptural discussion of the impersonalists. There, Shariraka Bhasya and other commentaries to Upanishad Vedanta Sutra, that is also urge to speak. It is anti-devotional, that type of discussion. The scriptural reasoning of the followers of the Karma Kanda for the fruits of action, and the talks of whimsical enjoyment by those who desire ends other than Krishna. This is all urge of speech. The propensity for speech that is pertinent to the service of the Lord is the result of tolerating the urge of speech. It is not produced by the urge of speech. If you speak about Krishna always and everything in relation to his service, it means you have control over speech. This kind of speech is not in the category of urge to speech. It is the result of giving up that type of speech. Or by speaking only about Krishna, automatically there will be no other talk and no taste for that. the unexpressed urge of speech, even though it is not something that is uttered aloud, is another type of endeavor to speak about experience of a subject other than Krishna. That is like someone observes Mauna Vrata. He will not speak outside. But that does not mean that he tolerated urge of speech. Only externally it is there, controlled, but inside it is still existing unexpressed. Our Gurudev told that I think in Rajasthan he met one. They told him there is one Mauni Baba. You go and meet him. And Gurudev went. Then he saw he's really not speaking. But if someone is asking him some question, then he will write on paper. So that is also speaking. And Prabhupada also told about that person who came to the mat because of quarrel with wife. He was not speaking outside anything, but inside all the time speaking. Prabhupada could hear that talking all the time. Others could not, but he heard it. He knew there is always talking. So if any other like other than Krishna, that is all this vachovik, urge to speak. There are two types of urges of the mind: sympathetic affection and hostile anger. Affection for the beliefs of the illusionists, Mayavadis, fondness for the beliefs of the karmis, and belief in view of the anya bilasis, means those who have these desires for enjoyment, are the three types of sympathetic affection. Remaining indifferent upon seeing the activities of the jnanis, karmis, and anyabilasis is the mind's unexpressed urge for sympathetic affection. So either they are very fond or indifferent. Both is urge of the mind, either expressed or unexpressed. The non-fulfillment of desires unrelated to Krishna, means other desires, anarthas, non-attainment of the results of actions of karmis, and the non-attainment of liberation are the causes of anger. This is also in the mind. Having affection or indifference for these things, or not getting the results, that is anger. Both these are sympathetic affection and hostile anger. Thinking of Krishna's pastimes is the result of tolerating the urge of the mind. It is not produced by the urge of the mind. If someone tolerates, means gives up these urges of the mind, sympathetic affection and anger due to unfulfillment, and always thinks about Krishna Lila, that is proper use of mind, and that is not urge of the mind. And there is no other way you can give up urge of the speech or mind unless you engage yourself in speaking about Krishna and thinking about Krishna. Ekanta bhakter matra kirtan smaran. Kirtan and smaran, we have to do both. By the power of kirtan, when it is purely done and in purified heart, attention to Krishna, or remembrance of him, thinking of him is automatic. And this lila will appear. We are now hearing during Kartik. This lila will appear in our heart, and they are always thinking of Krishna. in his lila and serving. But gradually we can come to that platform through kirtan, by practicing shikastaka. And Jiva Goswami also wrote, first you have to hear pure Harinam from the lotus mouth of bona fide Guru. Then you have to chant, giving up offenses. Then you will get purification of heart. Then transcendental nature of the holy name you will realize. The name is non-different from Krishna. They are eternal, Purna Shuddha Nitya Mukta, Bhinnatam Nama Namino. The transcendental nature of the name you will understand by realization. Then from that name, transcendental form of Krishna will appear. And then his transcendental qualities, transcendental associates, dham, and also lila at the end. It will be revealed. No need to artificially imagine that. Only you have to get revelation through serving. There are three types of urges of the body. So first was of the speech, then of the mind, and now of the body. Because sannyasi, Tridandi sannyasi, he will engage his body, mind, and speech for the service of Krishna. So now of the body, the urge of the tongue, the urge of the belly, and the urge of the genitals. All types of animal meat, fish, crab, eggs. What is crab? I don't know. I have to see one second. Oh, like that. Crab. I don't know. In Slovenian language, ta škampi pa te stvari. Raki v vodi, this is crab. Crab in English. Eggs. And the parts of any carcass. This also I don't know. The dead body of an animal. The trunk of an animal such as a cow, sheep, or pig for cutting up as meat. Carcass. Pronounced carcass. Produced from semen and blood, all of which are unofferable to Krishna, as well as growing plants, vines, and vegetables, the various products of the cow, and so on. Desire to consume any of these items aroused by desire for any of the 6 tastes is the urge of the tongue. Vines, vegetables. Those things which are unofferable. Desire to consume those like onion, garlic, and these things. The sadhus, further, the sadhus avoid excessive chili. Amla. Amla is that very sour thing. Chili is very hot. And other such items. Consuming haritaki, supari, other ingredients for pan, and pan itself, that is that betel, smoking tobacco, ganja, and other substances, and drinking fermented alcohol and other intoxicants are all included within the urge of the tongue. Karitaki is one Ayurvedic medicine. Karitaki. It is like aphrodisiac. That is why it is not to be taken. But you will find in Triphala, it is also there, but small amount, Haritaki. Supari. By honoring the Lord's remnants, means prasad, pure souls attain deliverance from the hands of the urge of the tongue. So that is the only way. Krishna borodoya moy kori bare jiva joy. Swa prasad ono dilo bhai. Sayanamrita pao Radha Krishna Guru. So by honoring prasad, one can be delivered from the urge of the tongue. Although offerings for the Lord are very tasty, they are not produced by the urge of the tongue for those who honor them as prasadam. Now everyone happy. Yes, it can also be tasty. But further, Prabhupada saying, if, however, honoring them becomes a ploy to fulfill a material desire to enjoy the first class highly palatable items that are part of the Lord's pastimes on the pretext that they are prasad, then that is also included within the urge of the tongue. If you want to enjoy prasad for enjoyment, on the pretext, yeah, it is prasad, but your desire is to enjoy, not to honor prasad. It is offered to Krishna, and now His mercy you honor. But if enjoying spirit is there, that is also urge of the tongue. He wants to enjoy, taste. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also told to Raghunath Das Goswami, bhalo na khaibe ar bhalo na poribe. Don't dress very nicely and don't eat very opulent this food. Also, Srila Bhakti Vaibhavapuri Goswami Maharaj. There was a big feast, Govardhan Puja, tomorrow. So many items and good items, and he was very happy to see that they are offered to Krishna. But he himself did not take any of those. He took his own diet, that prasad, because that is favorable for health and for bhajan. Same is with Madhavendra Puri. Tomorrow we will hear. Madhavendra Puri was very happy to see everything was offered to Krishna, but he kept his own vow of taking only milk, because he was on that platform, and that was his prescribed bhojan, means his prescribed maintenance, or Raghunath Das Goswami like this. So it is not unrestricted enjoyment in the name of prasad. No. One has to see, according to his level of advancement, what is favorable for his bhajan. Should not think about enjoyment in the name of it is prasad. Yes. Again, Prabhupada is telling, if, however, honoring them becomes a ploy to fulfill a material desire to enjoy the first-class, highly palatable items that are part of the Lord's pastimes on the pretext that they are prasad, then that is also included within the urge of the tongue. In Brajamandal Parikrama in 2005 or 8, I don't remember, Gurudev told me, you don't go after taste. Now there will be many festivals for Kartik because they will offer, and everybody say, but you don't go for taste. Why? This is only Gurudev told me up to this point, but I understood why. Because if you want to enjoy and eat, then you will get health problem, and with diseased body in this stage, that will disturb your bhajan. You cannot do parikrama, you cannot come to Harikatha, you cannot do kirtan, you are all the time in bathroom, they have to take you to doctor, you have so many problems. So he said, don't go for the taste. Because he's thinking about what is favorable for bhajan. By bhajan we will get happiness, not by enjoyment. A renounced Vaishnava's desire is to consume, no, a renounced Vaishnava's desire to consume very costly and tasty items offered to them for the satisfaction of the demigods in a rich man's house is also included within the urge of the tongue. So rich people, they offer to demigods many like tasty items and palatable and potent. So if a sannyasi wishing to or Babaji wishing to, or even brahmachari wishing to enjoy that goes there, because sannyasi generally can eat anything offered by anyone, but if he goes with this desire, then that will also be urge of the tongue. If the urge of the tongue is indulged, various forms of bad behavior and bad association are liable to ensue. Yes, only this part I will read to just finish this topic. Yesterday I told this verse. Jihvar lala se jai iti uti dhai, Shishnodar parayan Krishna nahi paye. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed in Chaitanya Charitamrita, those who run here and there to satisfy the desires of the tongue and are preoccupied with the belly and the genitals cannot attain Krishna. And bhalo na khaibe ar bhalo na poribe. Chaitanya Charitamrita, he told to Raghunath Das Goswami, do not eat fancy food and do not wear fancy clothes. Tomorrow there is Govardhan Puja and also Vaishnavas. We'll hear about them, but at least something we will also read from Upadesamrita. Tomorrow the urge of the belly will come. And then also urge of the genitals. So tomorrow we'll continue.